What are your thoughts on subscriptions? The subscription model, I like it and I don't like it. Now, what I don't like is, for instance, I had the SSL subscription. So I had the SSL subscription, and it was something like, I think it was like $9.99 per month, which, 120 quid over the course of a year. Now, the issue with it was, and I have now cancelled it, was because it wasn't rent to own. And then when it's rent to own, like subscribe to own, that's the model you want to go with. That's what really is where you want to go. Now, the SSL one, the reason I got the subscription was because I knew plugin sales were coming. So I knew, and there was a plugin that I wanted that was 120 quid. So I knew there was a plugin sale was going to come throughout the year. So what I did was I basically got the subscription, I got every plugin for the year, and then I bought the plugin that I wanted in the sale. So it ended up that I'd paid by the end of paying for the whole year of subscription, 120 quid, plus the sale price, which was worked out about 150. £150 was the same price, but I got to use all the plugins throughout that year. The good thing with the subscription was that I kind of worked out what plugins I wanted, what plugins I used a lot, and then worked out which ones I should buy. So over that course of the year, knowing that I was going to cancel it at the end of the year, I then picked up plugins in the sale as I went along, and now I own all the SSL plugins that I actually want to use. So the problem with that subscription model is that you pay £120 throughout the whole year, and then you cancel your subscription and you no longer own any of the plugins, which is fine, and that's how a subscription model does work. However, there is subscription models like the Plugin Alliance subscription model, and that cannot be beaten. And I'll tell you why it cannot be beaten. It's because I was one of the early adopters to the Plugin Alliance subscription, like many others. And if you went and bought into it as an early adopter on the first week that it came out, you basically got, I think it was $14.99 a month. So it worked out for me about 120 quid, I think, something like that. You get every plugin that they ever bring out, but the great thing is you get a $250 coupon code to use throughout the term, which was like, whoa, okay. So we were paying 100. I think it was 120. No, about 100. Maybe it was about 180 quid, 100 and something quid. So it was 180 quid, but we were getting £250 in coupons to use. Now what they've done is you pay that and you get 10 plugins for free. So you can then pick 10 plugins. So it's like, well, why wouldn't you? It's a no-brainer. You would literally get this plugin subscription, 10 plugins at the end of the year, bosh, take them. Now you own those 10 plugins. Sign up again, you get another 10 plugins. The only time that it would stop becoming beneficial for you to own this subscription is if you get to the end of your kind of subscription and there's not 10 plugins that you can actually physically buy, like you've already got them, and then you're kind of collecting doubles as such. But if you get to the end of the subscription, and you have, like, as long as Plugin Alliance keep bringing out 10 plugins a year, you're laughing, because you're getting those 10 plugins for free. You're getting those 10 plugins. I think it works out like, I don't know, something like $14 a plugin, something ridiculous like that. And it's not like these are rubbish plugins. These are the best plugins you can buy, really. So that sort of subscription is the subscription that I will happily subscribe to. I mean, I'm subscribed to multiple subscriptions. Like, you know, I've got the Adobe subscription, and that's only because you can't physically buy it as a product anymore. You have to have subscription, and subscriptions are where a lot of places are going, and I do like them as long as they are subscribed to own, like Plugin Alliance. And I don't think many will do that, because I don't think they will develop enough new stuff like Plugin Alliance do. I don't think they're going to be developing enough new stuff in order to warrant doing that sort of subscription. I think ADSR, who was it? Splice did it a little while ago. I think it was Splice. They did it a long time ago with Serum, and you could basically pay it in. You subscribed, and you subscribe to own, and that is the best model. It really is the best model, and everyone should be doing subscribe to own. If they're doing any sort of subscription, just you know, as much as you put in, as much as the client pays. Like, if the client pays £150, here's a £150 coupon. You know, then they can buy what it is that they're subscribing to, and it's like that sort of way. It works so well, and I love that about it. The one that I'm really not impressed with, that's a subscription, is the UAD X, and the reason I don't like that is because it doesn't even come close to Plugin Alliance subscription. Like, it's not rent to own. I think you're paying $14.99, I think, per month, and you get nothing. That you don't, you know, the plugins that are on there are, you know, they're all right, but it's not like there's all the plugins on there. It's not like every single plugin's on there. You're kind of drip fed plugins that are coming out onto the UADX platform, and yeah, it's like, well, why would you buy the UAD one when you can buy the Plugin Alliance one? Let's kind of weigh this up, right? You pay $14.99 for Plugin Alliance. You pay $14.99 for UADX, and Plugin Alliance, you get 180 plus plugins. UAD, you get maybe 20. You're paying the same price. Come the end of the year, you've forked out, what's that, $14.99, £180. So you forked out £180, you forked out £180. You cancel your subscription, right? You take them away, you've cancelled your subscription. You don't have any access to any plugins. On Plugin Alliance, I think you get access to, you get to take back 5 plugins on the $14.99 subscription. Like, you've paid out £180, but you've got 5 plugins for that. It's like, when you compare the two, it's a no-brainer in comparison. I mean, if UAD did, oh, you get £150 worth of plugins as well, or you get to pick 5 plugins, everyone would love that. But the reason they're not doing that is because they're not releasing enough in order to do that sort of stuff, and I don't think they ever will do that sort of model. That is a mad model to do. It really is, because you like, I love the fact that Plugin Alliance have done this, and it's brilliant, and it means that everyone, no matter who you are, you can have exceptional plugins for really, really cheap. And that's where Plugin Alliance have found a niche market and really kind of like just destroyed everyone else, to be honest, because of the way their business model is. It's they are kind of shooting themselves in the foot, but as long as they keep producing quality plugins and bringing more and more out, we're all going to stay subscribed. The only time we're not going to subscribe is when you stop releasing plugins and we kind of get to the point where, okay, we've got all the plugins, we own the perpetual licenses for all these plugins. Why are we paying? There's no point to paying the subscription anymore, because we already own all these plugins, because of the whole rent to own thing. So yeah, I do like subscriptions, and I like them for the right reasons. One, I love the rent to own. Two, I like subscribing to something, finding out what I like about the product, and buying the right product because I've subscribed to it. It's like almost think of it as a kind of, a 1-year demo as such. Or, if you can get 1 month, subscribe to it for 1 month, find out what you're using all the time. Because within a month, every single producer, every single engineer will know you buy a new plugin, you start using it, a month down the line, sometimes you stop using the plugin. And it's kind of a realization of what plugin really works for you, and what plugin is actually going to be put into your music every single time. So yeah, I mean, that's my opinions on plugin subscriptions. I like plugin subscriptions. I do like to own stuff though. Also, one thing I will mention, I wanted to buy an aural exciter the other day, and I basically looked at I looked at one aural exciter, and it was the Waves aural exciter. The vintage aural exciter sounded brilliant, and I was sitting there ready to buy it, and I thought to myself, nah, I'm not getting involved with Waves. I'm not getting, because I know exactly what will happen. It's $29.99 now. A year down the line, I know what's going to happen. I'll have to upgrade it, and you have to pay for the upgrade when you shouldn't even have. That shouldn't even be a thing. I hate the Waves upgrade. It's not even an upgrade plan, it's an upgrade scam. It really is. I spoke to someone at Waves the other day. So they were saying to me, oh yeah, do you want this plugin, and test it out for us? And I said, nah, I don't want to. I said, I'll be honest with you, right? Looks brilliant, it's a lovely Dolby Atmos plugin, but I'll be honest with you, I can't be bothered with the whole upgrade scam. I can't be bothered with it. And when you start taking money off people when you shouldn't be, and they people, like, I remember having loads of Waves plugins, and they were all right, and they wouldn't get used a lot, but they were all right. They were all right plugins. Then it was like, all right, okay, a minor little thing. Oh yeah, you've now got to upgrade to version 10 or 11, I think it was at the time. Now got to upgrade to that. Yeah, that's going to be 500 or £200 or something. It's like, whoa, why? I'm happy to pay money for upgrades, but I don't want. There's no upgrade here. I'm not getting any physical upgrade. There wasn't anything that was an upgrade to it. It's like, why do I now have to pay an extra £200 just to be able to use the plugins? So yeah, that's one subscription scam, I will call it, and I stand by that, that I don't like. And yeah, so basically where I was at with that was I wanted to buy an aural exciter. I saw that the Waves one was great, and I literally went, no, I'm not even getting involved with Waves. And yeah, that was it. I wanted to upgrade it, but if I bought this new plugin, I'd have to upgrade all my other plugins to like version 14. It was like, come on, man, I just wanted to use this plugin. So I ended up going and getting a different aural exciter, which is probably better. It's a lot more advanced. But yeah, those sorts of subscriptions I hate. I hate them. I hate things where people are taking advantage of other people. So it's one thing I don't do as a business, and it's one thing that I hate when I see other kind of studios or other companies doing that, and taking advantage of the client. And that's one thing that Plugin Alliance, you never ever see. You never ever hear them take advantage of the client. If anything, they give and give and give so that everybody can have great plugins. If there's one subscription that you should have, it's the Plugin Alliance one. Yeah, I love it. I think it's a brilliant model. I don't know how long it will be a thing, because I do feel, like I said before, they are going to shoot themselves in the foot. But as long as they keep on developing plugin after plugin after plugin, it's going to be great. I think for the early developers, the early adopters like me, who got in there on day one and got the amazing deal that we've got, for us, we may come to a point where we own everything and they can't make 10 plugins per year. But that's, you know, as long as they're still producing plugins. If for instance, I'll tell you what will happen. The year that Plugin Alliance don't release a plugin for a whole year is when I would cancel my subscription.